Well, howdy, friends. Brian Flechsig of Mad River Outfitters in the Midwest Fly Fishing Schools, and welcome back to the studio. The game changer himself, the Chocklett Factory inventor, and that's Mr. Blane Chocklett. Blane, always a pleasure.
You too, buddy. Appreciate you having me.
You know, we get lots of questions. Of course, Mad River Outfitters sells a lot of official chocolate factory. Are you fishing real chocolate?
Are you fishing real chocolate?
I'm fishing real chocolate. I wouldn't consider fishing anything other than real chocolate.
Me either.
Yeah. Well, but anyhow, we sell a lot. In fact, you said somebody on that social media stuff that the kids do, you said somebody's out there tagging you just having a hoot with some Chocolate Factory flies that he bought from Mad River Outfitters.
Yep.
So not only are these flies productive, but they are fun. And that's kind of what we're all here for. If this wasn't fun, it would be like a job.
Yeah.
We get a lot of questions, Blane, about the differences between a game changer, kind of the original multi-articulated platform, and then we get a lot of folks that ask the difference between the jerk changer. And can you kind of explain that to our viewers and our customers so they can decide on which to buy, a game changer or a jerk changer?
Yeah, so I'll start with the game changer, and it's a platform, right? And it can be tied in anywhere from an inch long up to 12, 15 inches long, right? And the short answer is the game changer is a swim bait.
Okay.
So I took this from the conventional side of fishing, which they have the swim baits that swim in that three-dimensional, it swims just like a real fish does. So it has that serpentine swimming action, right? So the head shape starts everything, and then I have, when you look at the original Game Changer platform, you're gonna see at least 4, I like 6 to 7 articulations. And what happens is the water rushes around the head, and water's diverted, and it has to come back. But before that, it hits the first articulation. And it's non-mechanical, which I love. Non-mechanical is a big trigger in getting fish that, what I like to target, big predatory fish to eat, right? So there's a lot of times where you could use a cigarette butt to catch a fish. But my whole thought process behind the Game Changer platform is I like to target the biggest fish in the waters that I'm fishing. And what do I want to have on when I encounter that fish of a lifetime? And that's where this platform came from. So if it swims like a real fish and it looks like a real fish, the fish are going to feel that way too. So having that multi-articulation, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 articulations gives it that what I call a serpentine swimming action. So water rushes around the head. It creates a void right behind the first articulation. It might go left, might go right. And then it's just a chain reaction after that. So it's just swimming through the water just like a real fish. Now the difference between that and what I call the jerk changer is you have a static front end that pretty much drives the train. And this is my answer to a jerk bait or a glide bait or a soft plastic. Doesn't have to be a hard bait, a fluke. This has a crazy non-mechanical action, being that it has a static front end, it has a rattle inside, and there's some other stuff that goes on under the hood. It diverts water, the head design and everything with that static front end. There's a few articulations behind here, but one, you can swim this like a swim bait. This fly has so many different triggering actions. And this platform to me has been one of the funnest flies that I've ever created to fish. I've caught a number of giant fish on it, a number of really good fish on it. And this year I caught my personal, what I would call bucket list striped bass. And it's all about creating that trigger. It's a non-mechanical, it glides left, right, up or down, but you could also burn it really quick and it'll swim like a swim bait, but then it'll dart left and right, up and down, and it just has this wounded look to it that just big predatory fish want to kill it.
Yeah. Well, there you have it, friends. From the man himself, some of the differences between the Game Changer and the Jerk Changer, a little bit of insight on how they're made, and also you've now heard and seen the differences in how these two flies swim. I can vouch. I know we're going to do a separate video on the Jerk Changer itself, but the Jerk Changer has become one of my go-to flies for a variety of different game fish, but especially, if you ask me, this is, especially in Louisiana, this is the greatest redfish fly ever developed. And I mean, to the point where I've been throwing them 2 foot behind big redfish on purpose, and then making them do their thing, and then the redfish spin around like Satan himself was behind him and just annihilate the fly. It is the funnest fishing I've ever done in my life.
The eats on those are remarkable.
It's remarkable. It has been so much fun to fish. In fact, 2 years ago or 3 years ago, I spent a week on our Louisiana trip, and I fished one fly. I didn't even change the fly the whole week, and it's a fly that you tied and sent to me. I didn't change the fly the whole week. I still have it. It's in my basement. It looks god-awful, but
it's all right. It did the job.
It did the job. I changed tippets a couple of times. I did not change flies. I used one fly for an entire week and caught boatloads of giant redfish. So, of course, the Game Changer fly changed the game. I've always said this, I will always say this, is there's been 2 men throughout my career that have changed the scope of a fly shop. Well, 3. It was Brad Pitt first. And then it was Kelly Gallup, who created modern streamers for trophy trout. That changed and created an industry within an industry, and then it was you. Maybe a couple of years later behind Kelly, but the 2 of you have created a whole department within my shop and so many others, and we owe you so much. But the Game Changer came about, and then we're going to tell you a story in a future video, or maybe a past video, about a little bit more about how the Jerk Changer came about and a little bit more history on that. So anyhow, for those of you that have been interested, there you have it, the Game Changer platform, which is what it is, versus the Jerk Changer, and hope that helps and hopes you select. Make sure they're Chocklett Factory, make sure they're official chocolate, or else you don't want to be fishing a fake fly. So let's make sure we support Blane to help let him know how much we appreciate everything he's done for all of us here in this industry. So Blane, as always, it's a pleasure to have you. Thanks for everything that you do and have done and are going to do, because I have a feeling you ain't done yet. In fact, you're just getting started.
Just getting started.
Yeah.
I really appreciate everything you guys do for me.
Well, that's how the world's supposed to work. So as always, friends, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you have any questions, send them over to admin@madriveroutfitters.com, or pick up the phone and give us a call. Hit the like button. That makes us feel good. Hop on over to our website and register for our monthly newsletter. That way, when new Chocklett Factory flies come about, you'll be the first to know. And remember that we appreciate you. Neither one of us would exist if it weren't for you. So thanks as always for being here, and stay tuned. We've got a ton more fly fishing content coming your way.